my mic. I'm gonna go over to the Yeeters. Alright. Cool. So, I'm trying to get in the headspace of this. Last time, well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Multiverse. So, Into the Multiverse, for anyone who doesn't know, is a series of D&D campaigns, all set in the world of Gostar. And this campaign, and each campaign that's set Into the Multiverse is set in an alternate reality or an alternate timeline of Gostar. And in this alternate timeline, or this story, we follow the Yeeters. And so the last we left off with the Yeeters have been traveling down. Ooh, thank you very much, Cam. Hey, Cameron, subscribe. Thank you. So you. So the Yeeters were traveling down through the top of Gostar, the Vale, the realm, the Vale, all the way down to the south of it towards the town of Tavenlock. They had acquired a ring, the Winter Ring, that belonged to Tyr, or the Winter King of Jotunheim, the snowy realm in Gostar. And so while they have this ring, a lot of people have been coming after them, trying to reclaim it. A lot of assassins that have been hired by the Winter King have been sent to reclaim this ring from them. But none have succeeded so far. But you guys thought that you should check down in Tavenlock, where you had been previously, to make sure everyone you knew down there was safe. And so after a long few days of travel, maybe a week or two almost, I think, eventually made it to Tavenlock, and it had been attacked by a portion of the Winter King's army. You've seen as well along the way that a lot of people have been taken out of their houses have been burned and destroyed, and small refugees have all kind of gathered just outside of Tavenlock in the safety of a bunch of illegal fighters, like a bunch of wrestlers are protecting them all currently. You hung out with them and then headed to Tavenlock, took on the army, and are now left with what seems to be the transmutator, this wizard of sorts, who seem to be controlling a lot of this winter army. Just on the edge of death. He's been kind of reaching for something to grab something the whole time, but has failed to do so. And so now with Grug slowly turning down. How long does polymorph last, actually?
Just straight up polymorph.
Yeah.
Well, his concentration broke.
Oh, true. Yeah. So Grug. Yeah, no, you're right. So Grug is now shrinking down. He was destroying the entire town as a giant T-Rex. He did. He just fucking wrecked everything. But you now stand on the top of this building, Diego and Cedric, both weapons at the ready towards this character who's just fallen over. You've smashed his mask to reveal this old, wrinkled man, long white beard, glowing blue eyes currently, and also across his bald head are swirling blue, glowing tattoos. And he starts to look at you all, just wide-eyed, eyes still glowing, blood now dripping down his neck where you try to like cut into it. And he's just panting heavily, just Right, we'll jump in there. We'll first do introductions, actually. Sorry, before we hop in there. So, Moss, who's playing Epic, will not be here today. So we'll jump straight onto Diego, just to say as well, Epic is a dwarf barbarian fighter who has like an obsession with sheep, I guess. He's got like a small plushy sheep strapped onto the front of his chest, like, you know, those like sacks for babies, baby straps. But he hits things really, really hard, and occasionally turns into a potted plant or some other random thing whenever he rages. Which is often, actually, yeah. And he also has some sort of romance or possible romance with Burr, the Pine Wildin in the group, who's also a ranger and barbarian. And what else can we say about Ebic? He's also a part of 6 other dwarves who make up 7 dwarves, 7 sailors, who were not from this world but actually washed up by passing through a portal in their own world and ending up here. And he's been separated from the other dwarves since, and has been trying to find the others. Yeah, so that's Ebic. Moving on to yourself, Marcus, and playing Diego, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Marcus. I play Diego, the Aarakocra monk, who is also a luchador and has a death wish, but hasn't died in a while. He's been doing good. He's really been recovering. He nearly died in the wrestling ring.
Yeah, true. He nearly was absolutely clobbered by Cullen, the son of Kukulkan.
Yeah, but besides that little hiccup, he's been doing great.
He has. He's almost losing that title of being the Aarakocra with a death wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be more like more cocky and less tactical just to get it back.
This one, all right, and then we have yourself, Cahill. You're playing Cedric.
Yeah, playing Cedric. A very, very old Dragonborn wizard. Not really much to say about him. He's old. He has a stopwatch that can do weird things.
Timey things.
And yes, timey-wimey things. And he has a tendency to throw fire at things.
Yeah, just burn everything down to ground. Even though he's a necromancer, technically, kind of. But...
Yeah, he's got plans with necromancy, but doesn't come into his fighting style just yet.
It's true. And you also managed to find a giant time crystal that you've been lugging around as well. That's in your cart.
Yeah,
that's there. That's the thing.
We should do something with that. Yeah,
we gotta figure out what to do with that. Should be fun,
you're just carrying around like a lump of uranium or
something. Yeah, exactly.
Probably slowly killing us.
Just slowly aging you rapidly.
Like the back, when he's in the cart, our backs get older then.
Yeah. Oh, I feel stiffer. Nice one, thank you very much, Cole. And then we have, I keep saying Joe. We have Craig playing Joe. It's such a just average name. It's just like such a typical name that I just go for Joe first. But yeah, Craig, you're playing Joe.
That's the whole point of it. It's just...
Yeah, and he's like so not a typical character as well. But I'll leave you to explain why.
It's this extravagant idea, and then he's just called Joe.
Nice.
So I'm Craig. I play Joe, and Joe's basic motto is, "If you think it, I build it."
That's nice.
For money.
Of course, he is the money bags of the group as well, like constantly getting commissions. But also, you managed to get those commissions because you also had a big bag of money from going through one of the Space Wizard games and earning a butt ton of it. So yeah, you're gaining more money than you're losing, I feel, at this stage. You just can't spend it all. But I'm sure you could if you really wanted to, but
like
you're too clever.
After the initial visit of Star Platinum.
Yeah.
I think it was...
Spent a lot of money in Star Platinum.
I cracked over half.
Yeah. And have you earned a lot of that back, or have you earned like a portion of that back at this stage?
I'm back over half now. I've earned about...
It's back to back.
Wow. Okay, shit, I gotta keep an eye on
4K
that.
back. 4K gold.
Solid. And there'll be more where that came from, as you just defeated a big part of this army. But yeah, summing it all up, you managed to take on a cadaver collector who had been filled with all these kind of crystal gems, these kind of snowy crystal gems, and he was using the power of those crystals to revive spirits from all the bodies that they had killed here, or from the actual soldiers that were killed. A bunch of skeletons as well here, or kind of zombie-like people who had these crystals embedded in their chests. Were also walking around that you guys dispatched of. A lot of their facial hair would have been frozen to their face, their hair frozen in place, their skin pale, their eyes blue. Some of them are zombie-like, some of them weren't, some of them would be more humanoid. And kind of like walking around just like really cold-looking people. And also took on a big bony dude, big icy bone dude, who's no longer here. But yeah, you did really well. There was one poor villager just down here who was just it was a roll of a dice to see if one of the skeleton guys would attack him or not, and he did, unfortunately. But you've done really, really well. Like, it was a pretty tough battle, but you've gotten through it. And now you're faced with this transmutator who's on his knees, blood pouring down his chest, slightly freezing already as it hits the cold air. What would you like to do?
Trying to remember what we had. I remember having like motivation for all this. I'm just trying to remember what the motivation was.
That's fair.
I remember you cutting into his neck and saying, "This is our town."
Something cool like that.
Oh, dead spider.
Dead spider.
Dead spider.
Yeah.
So, do we know that he works for the Winter King? Like, is that a?
It seems to be pretty obvious. With you've got this guy. He seemed to be directing and controlling a lot of these creatures, almost like puppets. Even though his movements were very small, minimalistic, all this kind of stuff, it still seemed like he was somewhat controlling them, controlling different parts of them. A lot of them, now that he's losing his concentration, losing all the blood, a lot of them are beginning to fade and collapse, and these spirits that would be remaining are beginning to disappear as the cadaver collector is also beginning to seize up and stop moving.
Is the mayor falling off the roof, or
Yeah, he's slipping. He's kind of like right on the edge. Like he's been kind of slowly sliding down it the whole time. And soon it says as Grog kind of smashed into the building and then started shrinking, he's now kind of just tipping over the edge at the moment. Grog might be able to
I'm gonna as I run but safely over to him.
Sure.
I look at Diego and go, Diego, restrain the wizard dude, and then I'll just try and help.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do a classic. I'll do a full Nelson.
Full Nelson. I thought you were going to use rope for a second, and it's like, wait, no, yeah, of course, he's a wrestler, so yeah. Cool. So
Put him in a twister.
So this old wizard is just, you get him in like a proper lock, and he's just. Yeah.
I'll just make sure he can't use his hands because he was reaching for something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he seemed to be reaching for something. Something like he has a small satchel on his hip.
Yeah, I'll just kind of whisper in his ear, I'll be like, "Play nice, old man, and maybe you'll walk away from this alive."
At that moment as well, you do begin to see the tattoos on his head that have been glowing blue begin to flicker a little bit, and his eyes no longer glow blue, and he looks around for a second. Can you give me an insight check?
Pretty good insight. Ooh, that is a 20.
Oh, wow.
No, 23.
Oh, 20 anything is pretty good here. In that moment, as you kind of grab him, he has been resisting the whole time, but there's a brief moment when the tattoos stop glowing and the light in his eyes disappears, and you just see these eyes of an old man. He looks lost and surprised and scared as he looks around. He doesn't seem to know where he is. It's like almost like he's gone through just a moment of like just senile moment where he just doesn't know anything going on, and then the tattoos kind of flick back a little bit, and he seems to kind of regain himself. He seems to collect himself again for a moment. But again, like as you're holding him, every now and then, again, it just drops, and he comes through. If there's anything you want to.
I'll keep this in mind, and I'll wait for Cedric to get the mayor up before discussing this further.
Sure. So yeah, you can bring him back up onto the roof safely enough.
Yeah,
it's easily done.
Once he's up and secure, I'll walk back over.
Yeah, I'll look at Cedric and I was like, I think this puppeteer is a puppet himself.
Interesting. I'll like crouch down, look at him. Is it just like, who do you work for?
I'll get you to make a persuasion check.
13.
13. Okay. So there's a moment, where the tattoos drop, and sight comes back into his eye. You can see his eyes again. You can look into them. And you can ask him this question. He looks around, just kind of scared, like, who are you? Where am I? Where work for? I don't know what you... And the light comes back into his eyes again, and he begins to struggle more aggressively and more kind of animalistically again, as if he's just completely taken over by another presence.
I'll look at Diego and go, I think you hit him too hard in the head.
Hey, I didn't hit him in the neck like you.
I'll just kind of shrug at that. Can I reach for the bag that he had been reaching for? And just take it?
Yeah, you can take it off his hip. It's just kind of like tied around his shoulder, and you can kind of maneuver with Diego to get the bag off. Looking inside, there is a spell book. There's a stack of about 10 just thin bars of gold, which roughly would make up 10 gold coins each bar. It's a stack of 10 of them, so you have 100 gold in his bag. And there is also this beautiful horn, like a horn that looks like a horn, like one of the classic war horns, basically. Looks like this beautiful gold, and it looks like it's made of gold enamel, and there's some other kind of runes carved into it, these blue runes, and it's got this icy sheen to the whole thing, almost like it's all covered in a layer of frost. It's cold to touch. It's this beautiful combination of blues and golds.
Okay, so I'll keep the spellbook and the horn.
Even though also with the horn, even though it's beautifully decorated, it's wonderful, this wonderful ornate object, you get the sense it's not magical. It's a very unique design, though.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll keep it anyway, just in case.
Sure. But yeah, there is also
the mayor.
Yeah.
Is the mayor conscious?
No, he's unconscious at the moment. Yeah, that was Grill. So Grill is both the blacksmith and the mayor of the town.
Yeah.
He's the guy who made he's made all that gold wire for Joe, and he also made the kind of leather sack and the sheep plushie for Ebig.
Can I judge, like, is this guy in pain? Probably a lot of pain, I would imagine.
Maybe a little bit.
You can tell me what skill you want to use for here in terms of looking for pain. You can look at medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah, for sure. Go for a medicine check then.
21.
Okay, yeah. So both through the restraints of Diego, the slice in his neck, the bruises over his face as well, where he's been clawed and punched up, he seems to be in a lot of pain for sure. But then beyond that, below that as well, occasionally, like, his hands and wrists twists in ways that would probably put a lot of strain on an old man. Like, he still seems like this old, frail man, even though very powerful, and able to use a lot of spells. He's not been able to take a beating that well. And along with that, these... every now and again, as his limbs twist and crack, it seems to put some strain on his muscles. There's kind of bruises all over him in different places.
I think it's something to do with the runes on his head. I think they are.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if they are like mind control-y runes?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. 26, natural 20.
Shit.
That's
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to now because I can basically
I know
give you everything here. Yeah, there are a lot of spells out there that can control people's minds and brains and everything else. But runes are far more permanent, and you would know a lot of giants are the kind of people who originally used runes. There is a character, the Winter King, also known as Craig. You would have known he is the inventor of a very special type of puppetry rune that he would use on his minions. And it's like patented by him. No one else knows how to do this. This is a really unique rune that only he knows how to create. There's special ingredients and everything that has to be tattooed into the skin. But as soon as you're tattooed with these runes, he can control you completely and utterly.
Right. What role do I have to make to learn it?
You're over here currently.
Way over there.
But if you want, you can. I can actually start bringing you over if you wanted to be over with everything at the moment.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'll take a look at this.
It's ooh, something to capture Pokemon with permanently.
right down my house.
Not just Pokemon, people.
Hypothetically, how long would it take to tattoo someone? And could we just pin them down for like 3 or 4 rounds? Or do the tattoo?
So what
Several
Apple
hours.
does is he casts whole person or whole monster.
No, what Kyle was gonna do is, yeah, he'll be held indefinitely forever because he won't be moving anymore forever.
Well, then you do the runes and then you resurrect them.
Yeah, I think knowing he's in pain, Cedric would probably just put him out of his misery.
Okay.
I'm not saying him.
Oh, right.
Is Cedric getting rid of him? You have a coup de grace on this guy. If you do have to finish him off.
I'll just put my sword to the back of his neck and just
Okay.
quick and efficient, no pain,
Yeah.
no more pain beyond what I've already done to him.
Sure thing.
Are you gonna give Diego any heads up, or just?
I'll lock eyes with Diego. Like, look at you in a way that kind of is like,
Oh yeah.
this has to happen.
Diego.
Solemnly, I'll look at you solemnly and then just place the sword on the back of his neck. I'll give you a second to stop me if you want to, but then if you don't, I'll just quick and easy
No. Diego just not.
headshot.
So you slice him, and as soon as you do that, the runes just go dull and blue. They go this dull blue. His whole body collapses, and the winds and the swirling that's been going on the whole time just dies down, and it's just slow, steady snowfall.
I think I'll probably just sit there for a while.
Yeah. Diego will just drop the body and just be like, that was not as satisfying as I thought it'd be.
Sometimes the bad guy isn't always a bad guy. I'm just gonna. I think Cedric's probably just gonna sit out looking across the town until Joe arrives and starts.
Yeah, so we can say you can scale the building easily enough, Joe. You've got so many different inventions on your person that could easily get you up there.
I just modify my prosthetic arm to like have a grappling hook hand.
There you go.
Just on the walk over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just see
whip
me
it
walking
together.
over like with a screwdriver in my hand.
Yeah. There you go.
Can I just double check the mayor? The mayor's not dying or anything, is he?
No, he's just unconscious. I'll roll. Oh, yeah, no, I got a natural 1.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna say he's on the brink of death. Like, you haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna roll for one more death save. That's 2 fails. Yeah, that he's got so far. He's like he'll be dead in a few seconds if you don't get to him.
Yeah, I'll just Diego will just like, oh fuck, and then just start using his healer's kit.
All right, cool. So you can stabilize him. You can see that a bunch of frostbite has settled in, and one of like his whole arm is black.
That's I'm just gonna, what's it called when you like tie off a limb to prevent the like infection
Oh yeah,
spreading?
yeah.
I'll do that.
Cool. So you can wrap it up. Give me a medicine check in general, actually. See if you know how to deal with frostbite.
One day medicine.
Yeah.
20 unnatural.
Okay. You know you gotta remove it ASAP. But it can literally just break off.
Frostbite fixed by a lesser restoration.
That's a good question. What does lesser restoration heal?
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
I'm gonna look up greater restoration quickly because I feel like it might be a greater restoration situation because it's course.
I'll be back in
I mean, if it can cure someone who's, is it only blinded, like temporary blindness, or is it can be just?
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition.
Hey, you know what? No, yeah, no. I think you can end it with a lesser restoration. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, when I get up there, I'll see all that going on and cast
Cool.
lesser restoration.
All right.
Diego will just be pulling out a knife. It's like, oh, yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Actually,
I think you're here.
You know, I'll get you to make an Arcana check with this one, just to see if you can actually remove the whole thing, because those cells are pretty much dead. If you can actually heal the whole arm, or if you can just stop it spreading with greater restoration.
And we got
17.
a necromancer.
True, actually. What did you get? 19, did you say?
17.
17. I'd say you can... I don't know how frostbite works enough. I'm going to say for this situation, you can use greater restoration to restore it.
You could just say he loses like a finger.
Yeah, you can bring it down to like the finger, to like 2 of his fingers, we'll say. I'm going to roll for them.
Which
Let's see. 20 clockwork. Oh, it's a 6. Well, that doesn't... It's no good to me.
20 clock, where will it stop?
Yeah. Okay, middle finger and his thumb.
Oh, no. Oh, they're the best ones.
So he's literally going around with the other ones, yeah. But yeah, you get rid of you salvage most of the arm.
He still has enough for 2 in the pink, 1 in the zinc.
Oh god, that's so awkward. It's like you can't do anything with that. At least you got the index finger, but like
That's all I need.
that's all I need.
It's so hard to pick up stuff with just those fingers.
Yeah, like even just
You can still,
holding that hand that
you
way.
can
Is
still do devil horns, so it's cheap. You can still rock.
Let me just take note of that.
Wait, how's he gonna... He can't drink with that hand anymore.
You can't blacksmith.
There you go. Which hand is it? Okay, so it's gonna be his working hand. So it's just, we're gonna say he's still got his left hand.
I'll make him robotic fingers.
Nice.
He's
like
gonna
a
wake up with
The ladies will love him.
Wow.
a vibrating pneumatic.
God. Okay, nice.
He's gonna wake up with a better hand.
Yeah.
Fell asleep.
All right. It's quite funny actually. In the Evil Bottoms game, he made robotic fingers for another character who lost their fingers, which is quite interesting. So look at that weird karma across the multiverse.
It all comes back around.
So if you're ever wondering why good things aren't happening to you after being a really good person, maybe they're happening to another version of you. Okay.
Wild.
So you have the dead old man by your feet. You're there fixing up some robotic fingers. Sebek and Burr are counting up their kill streak. Krog's gonna go over and join him. It's like, yeah, basically destroy the house. So how many people is a house.
Does Krug remember any of that, or is he just like?
I think he would, maybe. Let's go have an intelligence check. Let's see if he can take a history check. It's a really good roll. He's got minus like 4 to that, but he still rolled a 19. So it's all coming back to him. It's like, I still taste that guy. He just kind of looks at the blood smear on the ground where he ate Grill, the barman.
Oh, he did kill a guy. Oh,
Yeah,
just kill a guy.
it was pretty good. I feel very full. Yeah.
Huh. So we lost two villagers in that whole.
Yeah,
battle.
yeah. It's an unfortunate situation. Yeah, it was not bad, but yeah, absolutely. Like, to be honest,
mean,
it's pretty efficient.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys did really well. Okay, so it's up to you guys where and what you want to do next.
I think we should get off the roof and maybe bring the mayor somewhere a little more
I like the roof.
comfortable.
I like it up here.
Yeah.
You can roost up here if you want, but I think we should go inside.
Sure. Alright,
Yeah.
I can bring you over to tavern.
Should can I like start like gathering up the like remaining townsfolk and just making sure there's like no
Yeah.
hidden enemies? I assume that's the whole army.
Yeah, giving like an overall look, like you can give you an overall perception check for searching for everyone in general.
Just 6.
6.
So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you've seen a lot of the townsfolk all kind of running off in all different directions, and hopefully they'll be there soon enough. You do notice, I suppose, one last soldier who's just kind of walking around, like chasing a couple of village folk at the moment, just at the edge of town, which you can.
Can I? Will I just kill him off screen?
You can if you want. Like, it's pretty easy to dispatch of this guy. He's not really much of a threat. You're in the air as well, so you can just keep swooping down, and just slicing this guy up. And you do find a few of the villagers, and they thank you, and they're like, "Well, thank you very much. We'll go find the others. We'll go find them. We'll find them somewhere here. We know where to go. We have a few safe spaces that you can go when there's an attack." And so they'll.
Well, you can come meet us at the building in the center of town.
The town hall.
That would be it. Or you can go. There's some wrestlers outside of the village.
Oh,
They're
Jesus.
pretty chill guys.
The wrestlers were passing through not too long ago. They left a little while ago. You might go say hello to the wrecklers. Yeah, the last time they were there. Luckily, they were there when Titus was here and wrecking the place, looking for the Watcher. He found them, but we were safe. Hey, it's good stuff. Good stuff. We'll go find them. They're good lads. There you go.
So Titus came by as well. Okay, cool.
Cool.
I'll swing back to the rest of the group.
Go. Dead. Oh no! I thought I deleted the villagers for a second. I was like,
They're all dead.
so
Once we get into on the walk from the building to the tavern, will I get a glimpse at Ramshackles?
Oh yeah, you can, yeah. Walking by.
As the
give
second I walk in, I walk straight to the bar, and I just like.
give me a perception check.
Oh
14.
yeah, that fucker. Yeah.
14.
Yeah, that fucker.
All right. Yeah.
Oh no, you haven't. He's huge.
Oh, that fucker.
So as you do kind of head towards the bar, you look into one of the windows, and it's all kind of covered in ice and everything else. But you do just see him peering out. He's just staring with his hand against the glass, like looking at you. Typically as well, there might be like a warm patch on the glass itself where the snow or ice might melt, but there's nothing. It's just all icy as he just stares out at you for a second, and a bit of snow blows by, and he disappears from sight.
Yeah, the second I get into it, I'll just walk like straight to the bar and won't even ask, just grab a drink and just start drinking.
I mean, the barman's not there
The
anymore.
barman's dead, yeah. Fortunately. Let me see here. I think I actually have a tavern here. Might be too big, but tavern tables. Yeah, a little too big, but I can move it around.
I shrink him down a bit.
Yeah. I can actually just separate. And there we go. Put that over there. Actually, you know, yeah, bring you out. Gonna move these.
I will. Cedric will drink quite heavily as well. Quite like.
Got it. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna fuck it. I'll just delete the rest of these things. I don't need them. But yeah, you can. The whole bar is open to you. There's a whole plethora of different drinks and everything else there to take from. Yeah, you have a full bar to your disposal.
Just
Crumb shack.
God. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Okay. So you can just start drinking. Give me a con save. Actually, yeah, give me multiple con saves. Give me 3 con saves.
Jesus.
15, 19, and a natural 1.
Okay, so everything's going great for a while. Hold on, where's my... Okay. Yeah, here we go. No, not bladder table. I'm curious now, though. Bladder table, it's interesting.
Of course, that's.
So, we're gonna say that you are... Oh, fuck. I don't know where I keep putting this. Every time I forget where I've saved it.
Hey, it's probably in one of the chats.
I think it probably is, yeah.
It makes sense to be in the Yeeters one because we get drunk a lot.
Your original one, yeah. Magic item.
The only thing pinned in the Yeeters chat is egg.
Just egg.
Egg.
Smell egg. There it is.
Drunkenness table. Yeah, there we go. We got it. Yeah, so first one you pass, second one you pass, third one you fail, and we're gonna say that you jump 2 stages. We're gonna say you're tipsy, so you have advantage on charisma checks and saving throws, as you are just But yeah, your whole body kind of seizes up as soon as you see him, knowing what he actually looks like and that incomprehensible body, that figure, and you start drinking it away. You feel a little more relaxed again. And it's wonderful. PTSD. Love it. And let's send all you guys to the front here.
Is the mayor in here with us?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him now.
We didn't just leave him on the roof.
I thought you were grabbing the mayor.
Oh shit! Alright. And there we go. Bring all you guys in here. Her and Ebic chat about their kills along with Grug. And yeah. Cool. You kind of all huddled in this kind of icy little tavern. It's still a little cozy. You can light some of the candles and the torches. Just while the snow is falling outside, you can decide what you want to do next. As you are gathering here, actually, a couple of the other individuals who were outside battling the snake are going to make their way in. So these didn't make it.
I didn't make it.
I was rolling back and forth in the last game to see how they were doing, and yeah, they won in the end, but they didn't. There was still a few losses. So a red tiefling comes in smoking a cigar, absolutely smothered in like goo and blood and ice. In his hand, he holds this giant metal thing that kind of looks similar, like it resembles a crossbow. You would know it's a gun. It's similar to the laser gun that you found. He's got a giant revolver in his hand that he kind of just puts into its holster. He's got a large, dark trench coat. He's got a cowboy hat, black cowboy hat, with his red horns coming through the top. Stubble all over his face. Kind of looks like Hellboy-ish, but more kind of stout and squared off. There's also a man with a metallic face and glowing green eyes. He's got a pink leather jacket. And then finally, there's another guy in a hoodie, and he's got like a visor across his eyes, which just has a red strip across it, kind of like Cyclops. And there's also red veins kind of just all underneath there and around his forehead. At the bottom of his eyes as well, and around his temples. All these red veins are kind of popping currently. Three of them kind of walk in, kind of sit down just to join you. Don't really say much. For a minute, they sit beside you at the bar, pull up a bottle of whiskey as well, and this guy's just gonna sit in the corner, I guess, over here, crawl under the table and just rock back and forth in the corner, just trying to calm himself down, just breathing heavily.
Squeeze between all our muscly.
Yeah, it's all like squashed at the one table. These two don't talk much, but then eventually the red tiefling kind of gives you guys a nod and kind of wipes a bit of the blood and gore off his face. Just like, rough time out there. Fucking spiders. Hate fucking spiders. It's always spiders.
I didn't see any spiders. I was too focused on the big wizard. I'm just like 1,000 yards there, like half saying, half not saying this as I keep drinking.
Beautiful.
I'll look over at him and be like, you did good, friend. You fought well.
Yeah.
You deserve that drink.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta keep a few people alive. Can keep everyone alive, but you know, you did the majority of that. It's hats off to you. I'm trying to find my name in my notes.
I also have terrible memory. Let me just.
Fought so hard I forgot my name. Doesn't matter though. Couldn't find what I was looking for here, so I'll be on my way soon enough.
What were you looking for?
Same thing that these fucking soldiers are looking for, these winter soldiers. There's talks that there's a ring going about the place. This Winter King's put up quite a bounty for it. A lot of us treasure hunters searching the Vale and elsewhere where it was last seen. Some people
Never heard of it.
Give me a deception check.
Neil's hand is just gonna be like slowly crushing his glass.
16.
16. He's gonna make an insight check. He's not very good at this. He's gonna look at you, spit on the ground, and take another swig of whiskey from the bottle. Yeah, it's like a fucking needle in a haystack. Except the needle is made of hay as well. This whole fucking landscape's made of ice. How are we gonna find an ice ring? You know, fucking realm of ice. 2 realms of ice now. On the brink of giving up. Doesn't seem.
I think you should just give up.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah, you would be. He's not like talking too quietly, and you've got insane perceptions. So.
Yeah. Where is Epic?
He's there chatting with Burr about the kills that they've gotten still, and they're like
the table, yeah.
considering an arm wrestle, but then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just like slide Epic over my gloves of theory, and I'm like, borrow these for like 10 minutes.
I'll get you to make a sleight of hand check.
23.
23. Okay. Because I'll give Epic an advantage here. Does anyone have Epic sheet by any chance? His stats, or if anyone knows his charisma, that'd be great. I'm gonna get him to just make a performance check.
I think I can bring it up. Give me 2 seconds.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I think we can say, just for the sake of this, that it'll be a +1.
I have it.
Oh, you do. Okay, cool.
His charisma is. Yeah, let's go with +2. +2 sounds great. It's
All right, go for it.
actually -1.
Okay.
no.
So give me a performance check with advantage. As he kind of slips on the gloves and starts rubbing his hands together, like, yeah, it's cold.
Isn't he like wearing nothing else?
He's not wearing anything else. He's wearing
7.
pants and a cape. You got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll flash a genius that to make that a 12.
Okay, I'm gonna have the robot. He's gonna make a perception check. The other guy is too blinded right now with whatever is going on with the red veins. He's not paying attention. But the robot's gonna make a perception check, an insight check, I guess. He's a robot, so he's not very good at it. But he's still got, even with a -1, he got a 14. And so the robot kind of looks at him, and then just you hear all these kind of mechanical noises coming from inside his head, and these kind of pings and other sound effects and beeps, as he seems to be like scanning Ebic. Ebic's beard is covered in ice, but luckily so is everyone else here.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the robot's gonna now turn to both you, Joe, turn to the giant lizard man, turn to Ebic. Anything else?
Can we get our little burb friend in here too? I don't know.
Oh yeah, why isn't he here? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
little Cyrex like
Cyrex.
just,
I'm bringing Toto as well.
yeah, bring in all the people.
And Boney. We
Yeah,
want
you're,
Boney.
you're bringing up your numbers. Yeah, he's like basically calculating like chances of successfully retrieving the ring. 0%.
That's 0, yeah.
Right, what roll do I have to make to make my lightning geode stone basically shut out his circuits for pressing against him?
Oh fuck.
He said,
You know what? I'm gonna get you to make an intelligence check, just straight up first.
While he's doing this, Cedric's gonna like finish his drink and then reach over to take the bottle off the tiefling and start drinking his drink.
Cool. 18.
Give me an intimidation check for Cedric. With the 18, you reckon, so a few things might work. You could try to overcharge his circuits. You could try to overrun his circuits. You don't know what power source this guy's running on. It's really hard to tell. You don't know if it'll charge him and boost him up or if it will short circuit him. But you do know that magnets also fuck with like sensitive circuitry here, so you could either try using magnets or electricity. One of them, like if you get the right one, it's like basically a 50-50 chance, like that one will help him and one will fuck him up.
Does anyone remember my belt that talks?
Oh yeah,
No,
I do.
but-
There's a big
Yeah, you
magnet
do.
at the end of that.
Yeah, I know.
So
I got an 11 on the intimidation check.
I'll flash genius after you and make it 16.
On his intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, you grab the bottle off him, and how does Flash of Genius work? Actually, out of curiosity, what you're like basically giving someone ideas, or how does that work in terms of, or you just share your.
Whenever you see another creature make an ability check or saving throw, you add your intelligence modifier to them.
Gotcha. I'm gonna say as well that you'll like chime in, basically like saying, don't fuck with this guy or something like that. and as you do grab the bottle,
I'll just see him do it, and I'll just like clink something against my armor to like make a hum to make it just seem like he's the one that's humming.
Nice. Okay, like just humming with energy, and eventually, like he.
Like in old western when it kind of like goes quiet and it rustles, and it's all tense, something like that.
This guy's grabbing this bottle. He's not letting go of the bottle, and Cedric and him are just like locked eyes. And now there's just this music kind of running through the whole place, this hum, and eventually he just like lets it go, just like fuck? And he pulls out another cigar and starts lighting it.
Is is it obvious like that the game is up, that they know we have the ring, or do they not know yet?
Give me an insight check on the robot with a disadvantage because it's a robot. But he's the only one so far that's noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything yet, but he's looking around,
It's a double
taking in.
15, so I got 22.
Okay, yeah, you can tell this robot is like its head is now going rapidly moving around the room and keeps going back to Ebrick every time. It's very clear this robot isn't very good at hiding emotions or what it's doing. It seems to be a bit janky, but you can also, you can just tell outright that this robot has figured out Epic has a ring, is trying to suss out everyone here if they can actually, if it's wise to mention the ring is in his possession. The tiefling has no idea. He's got his back turned currently. He's been too kind of focused on the bar itself and the alcohol. And this guy over in the corner is still kind of, he seems to be like traumatized by something.
Okay, I'll just like stand up and accidentally stick the magnet belt to the robot's chest.
Accidentally. I'm gonna get you to make you can make either performance, deception, or stealth.
I have -1 on the other two, so stealth it is.
Stealth it is, okay.
22.
22, okay. So yeah, you kind of just slip aside and just tap it off his chest for a moment, and you just watch as all the lights in his eyes just go just start flashing rapidly, and his head's kind of just going faster and faster all the way around the place, and then eventually just shuts down and just says fuck. And
My bad.
eventually you hear like a Windows sound of it booting up, just says doo 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 doo, and it kind of comes back online. There's like a hum inside his brain as he starts looking around again and just like, what are we talking about? And then just kind of goes back to just tapping on the table, not really sure where he is or who he is, or doesn't really know anything anymore. Sorry, what was that?
I was saying good save.
Yeah. Yeah, you just wiped this guy's memory, but yeah, the past 10 minutes at least. Yeah, so currently everything kind of continues running smoothly inside the tavern. Eventually, Grill does wake up and comes to, just kind of. Oh, he's Scottish, so. Yeah, that was fucking rough. As he kind of rolls off the bar, kind of leans against it, and also pulls out a bottle, and all three of you, the Tiefling, the Dragonborn, and yourself, I don't know if Diego's drinking at all. Just they're all drinking at this bar, so he kind of looks at all of you, this stout little guy, just kind of barely makes it up to the counter, actually. And,
I'm tipsy.
You are tipsy. If you continue to drink the whole time, I might get you to make another con save.
Continued to drink.
Okay, give me another con save.
I got a nat 20, but once I notice someone behind the bar, I'll look and go, "Oh, bartender, I'll have another bottle of whiskey."
You got it, mate. You got it. Whatever. It's just nice to see another face, to be honest. He starts looking through the bottles, pops up a whole thing of whiskey, and just uncorks it with his thumb, just kind of flicks off the top. Just boop.
It's on Epic's tab. I just start drinking.
You got it. You got who's Epic? Epic! His eyes light up. Like, he's got one big swollen black eye. But he smiles, like a few of his teeth are missing as he points to Epic, and Epic just gives like a wave and just kind of points at the little fluffy sheep at his front of his chest and gives like a thumbs up. It's nice to see you guys again. What the fuck happened to the... Where's the fucking winter bastards?
Winter. Dead. Probably dead.
Kind of just peers out the window.
Let's go to look at Diego and go, dead? Yes.
Diego just like slowly nods. Yes. Don't worry, we've saved pretty much all the villagers. We lost 2, and I will never forgive myself for that.
Well, fair folks, yes. I
Also,
don't know
do you
what
want
we
to
would-
like sit down? You nearly died.
he's kind of there leaning against the bar table that kind of just comes up basically to like his chin, and he's just kind of resting his chin on it, looking around at all of you, and eventually crawls under it and just kind of props himself up against the wall, takes off his boots.
I'll just give him my stool, and I'll hop behind the bar.
You're very kind. And he shuffles it over. Kind of continues kicking off his boots, though. Happy to get rid of them. And looks around to all of you. I don't know what we would have done without you. That's lucky that you came down the nick of time. What possessed you to come down?
We're worried about town.
Yeah. Diego will kind of look around. It's like, yes, we're worried about our friends here, but it's not involved. He'll just stop talking. Turn around.
Brian left us this time. We had to come check on it.
Aye, to Brian. And he just pours himself another thing of whiskey and throws it back.
Any excuse, I'll throw mine back to. Just
Yeah, make another con
I
save.
I won't pour. I'll just straight from the bottle.
This
An
yeah, this DC is now 25, so
8. I got
it keeps going up like in like increments. Like it starts at 10, but you've had at least 5 drinks or 6. This is your 6th now. So yeah, you're now buzzed. You have disadvantage on all dexterity based checks, advantage on all strength based checks and saving throws. He throws his back. He seems kind of unaffected. Just seems to numb him a little bit. To Brian. What? Well, you're welcome to stay, as long as you like in what's left of the town. Of course. Where do you plan to go now? I don't know if they'll be back. Don't know if there'll be more. They're all coming from fucking Jotunheim. That must have been the first wave of them. They're looking for that blasted ring. And he looks at the tiefling. He's got to make an insight check on the tiefling. Okay. Hope the bollocks never find it.
I don't know what ring you're talking about, but we're probably just gonna go back to our tower and make sure our kitty cat's being fed.
Oh fuck! Oh god! I suppose we can't leave the villagers here. We have to take them somewhere, don't we?
We'll bring the wrestlers and they can deal with it.
Aye, they were here recently. We'll bring them in. We'll start rebuilding here. You'll be ready next time. We've got watch posts as well already planned.
Is it safe to stay here?
Just gonna make a shit. He's gonna think for a second, kind of scratch his beard. He's like, I can't guarantee it's gonna be safe, but it's better than getting caught in the middle of the road by orcs, or at least here we've got a base. We can fortify it if there's anyone else on the way, and if we have the wrestlers on our side, then we'll be better prepared for sure. Thank you for coming. I wish we had something to give, something to say. Thanks. But
you've done more than enough.
as you know,
I think
you're
just
welcome here.
give me more bottles.
Absolutely, take as much as you want along the way. I'm sure Barry won't mind, and he's gonna stretch his back and kind of waddle out by the door and look around. Barry! Fuckers.
I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna lock eyes with Diego and just like drink again. Just
Okay.
No, I'm gonna put my hand on Grill's shoulder and I'll look him in the eyes and say, I said we lost 2.
Well, fuck.
And I'll carry some drinks over to the table
Table,
because
yeah.
Diego does not do awkward conversations.
Sure.
Leave him with the trunk.
Yeah. Two drunks at this stage. Give me another con save at this stage because you've been drinking hard.
It doesn't. I have a +0. I'm not passing.
Yeah, it's a 30 now. So yeah, so we'll just say you go up to. You're now just drunk. You have the inebriated condition. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls, but you believe you have advantage on them. You have disadvantage on all rolls, but you believe you have advantage. Yeah.
I
Nice.
just had the worst idea ever.
Oh my god.
Sounds brilliant.
Right. I'm gonna go down to Ramshacks.
That is a good idea.
Okay. Wait,
Does Joe announce this?
I don't know. Are you announcing this, or are you just getting up and leaving?
See, I could cause the end of the campaign here, so I'm gonna go by myself.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
I'm gonna go pee before this goes down.
Okay, we can take a small break if you like.
I mean, I just need like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so you can start heading down. Villagers are starting to kind of come back into the town as you walk.
Anyone want to hazard a guess of what I'm going to attempt?
I have
Are you
no
gonna try
fucking idea.
Are you gonna try and take control of Ramshackles?
No, sure, I haven't learned the runes yet.
Oh my god.
No, it's much worse than that.
Alright, where's Ramshax? There he is. He is just, again, you can see him through the icy window just peering out at you. As she sinks back into the shadows.
Make my way inside.
Alright. Make your way inside. Hold up now. Got a layout for this, but bear with me. Building Ramshacks. There we go. I wish I could rotate it. Hold up, I can still do that. Yeah. I'm a genius. Alright. That's more or less it. Don't know. Okay. Fuck. It doesn't really matter all that much, but no, the warpedness of it all kind of works, so you know, I'll just leave that. Okay, wow, everything just looks like it's upside down. That's fucking brilliant.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So, as you make your way inside, door creaks open, and there's just a few little drips of water kind of coming from the ceiling onto the floorboards. In this room, it's just Ramshack's bits and bobs. And as you make your way inside in this dimly lit room, there's just Ramshack's in a black suit, little bow tie, his large, bulbous, white rubber head stretched around what looks like a bag of flour, thumbs stuck into it, mouth agape with little teeth of children and other animals stuck into the gums, wiry beard, and as the door just creaks open, just stares at you, blinks one eye at a time. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my shop. His head just slumps to the side. The shelves, the shelves in here are just stacked with just random shit, just pots and pans and plastic cuboids, and there's some sort of mechanical console thrown to the side that just says PlayStation on it. It's like a grey plastic. A bunch of random shit all in these shelves that are all just jammed in there. And he just continues to stare at you and taps on the desk with his wiry little fingers. How can I be of assistance?
I was hoping to acquire information of an item.
Yes, what would you like to know about? I have everything you could possibly ask for. What is it?
An item actually in my possession.
I see. Give it here. And his fingers just kind of stretch forward and just stroke the bottom of your chin and begin to just search down your armor, just kind of slide down your arm and making like a squeaking sound, just like a. What have you got for me?
I'll open my palm.
Okay.
And I'll open the hatch of the eye of the dreamer.
Okay. What color eye is this again? The gray eye?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's funny. So he's gonna make a dexterity save, I think. Yeah, let me just check that. There it is.
Are you gonna kill Ramshackle?
Huh?
You gonna kill Ramshackle?
I really want to know what this eye does. When the time I saw that I had it, she got excited. I still haven't figured out what it does.
Yeah, it's a grey one. It petrifies things. It's petrification eye. So it's gonna get dex.
Kitty go insane.
Oh.
Oh wow, it's a really bad roll. Interesting. As you open the eye, this grey beam just shoots down, and he looks down and pauses for a second, and you watch as his entire body just goes rock hard. He becomes stone instantaneously.
Does Cedric get like any sense that this has happened?
No.
Okay.
I like tap on it to see does that do anything.
As you tap it, it's like a crack goes down his eye, and the whole thing begins to crack, and eventually just crumbles down into dust.
Why did you just like blast him with the eye?
I know I was afraid of him, but he sold good loot.
Like, you're like, hey, I wonder what this gun does, and it just shoots someone. That's fucking incredible, though. Holy shit.
I want to find out what it does. Because I assume there's more to it than if they fail, they become petrified.
Well, that's pretty much it. Petrification rate.
Is that it?
You don't know. Maybe.
Maybe there's a secondary effect if they come unpetrified.
And then as you do use the power of the eye, the eyelid closes. And it's been used once. It can only be used once a day. And everything is silent for a while.
I
just
just
hear the
can't
sound
stand
of
there
wind
looking. Okay then, I'll just check the other sheds.
Alright, 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
I feel like maybe we pissed off an Eldritch God.
See, I thought I wouldn't be able to kill him because I remember I tried to attack him before and it just failed.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he's not actually dead.
Yeah, I you can't put Ramshackle down.
Okay. As you do make your way to the door, you watch as it just closes. Is there anything you want to do?
I would like to attempt to open the door.
You go to grab the door handle and your hand passes through it. It's as if there's no door handle. And you watch then as behind you, the door behind the counter itself just creaks open, and there's just darkness behind there.
Craig, I think you did end the campaign. But for you,
Yeah. He just snuck off as well, so we don't even know. He just kind of vanished into the void.
True.
Was there like a hole in the window that I could like send a note through, or?
The windows are pretty kind of like tight and shut. You can try to smash it if you want.
They will write epics on the stupidity of Joe the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, I'll try and smash the window.
Okay, you make me a strength check.
Dirty 20.
D20. You elbow it and it just smashes, but it doesn't break. It just splinters out like a spider web. It doesn't break entirely, but it does crack all the way along. And again, the door now begins to creak open a little more, and between the shelves, you can see in the entrance of the door, there's the white silhouette, white kind of pasty face of Ramshax just standing there in the darkness.
Look, dude, I'm sorry, okay? Like, you can just come out, I can just leave, and we can forget this happened, and I won't bother you anymore.
He just keeps staring at you. And begins to move a little closer to the door into the room. Oops.
That was so big.
It was. You watch as his bulbous head just kind of bobs under. Kind of just like, he kind of goes to go down into the door frame and then still hits off it, and kind of like a balloon just kind of falls backwards, and there's like a boom, 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 boom. And you watch as he's not wearing a suit anymore. It's just the bulbous head. And there is a long, rubbery, fleshy-like thread connecting from the bulbous head all the way back into the darkness. And this head is now beginning to expand more and more as it comes into the room. Just moving towards you. Still with white tendrils behind it. Kind of leading back into the door. And it just kind of starts looming over at you, staring at you. This head growing larger and larger. Oops. What would you like to do?
Oops.
You start to now just hear the sound of like clicking. Just this like scratching. And it's coming from the door that this bulbous head is coming out from, and its eyes just keep staring at you, and you start to see another figure begin to come towards that door frame closer and closer. I'll get you to make a perception check for me, please. If you want to look, you can look away.
This is.
I
I
don't
don't know how you. I don't know how you do Eldritch Horror so well, Gabe. This is
Thank you.
21.
21. You start to now see. First, it looks like a baby. But you start to see this huge torso. Just the torso, though, of a baby. It's white and pasty. And from one of the nipples, there is this large, long tendril that's leaving the torso and is stretching out into this bulbous head. You look further again, and you see, instead of a head, there's just like a giant skull with holes all the way along it, loads of eye sockets all the way along, and giant curling horns, and its mouth is just agape. Instead of hands, there's one giant baby's hand, too big for the big bulbous baby body, and it's kind of like crawling along with that one hand. The other hand is just a bunch of tentacled fingers. That it's like a small, skinny, limp hand. These long tentacle fingers just kind of occasionally flicking. And then the clicking noise is coming from the large insect-like legs coming out either side of this baby's torso. It's kind of like fallen forward slightly and is moving closer to the door frame. And you watch as these small little slits all over the baby's torso. It kind of looks like a corpse as well because it's bloated and pale. And these slits all over it begin to open one by one. And as it does, a small eye rolls into each of these open slits in its body. And you just start to hear this wheezing sound coming from behind the door. This... And I will get you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Right. As I do this, can I see out the window?
You've splintered it off in loads of different directions, and it's really hard to see along with that and the ice. You can make me a perception check with a disadvantage. But before you do that, I will get you make a charisma
I got
saving
the
throw.
19 on the charisma saving throw.
Unfortunately, the DC is a 20.
I talk to ally, don't I?
Not really.
I
no.
Don't think you can be allied to yourself.
Okay,
So currently you're
I-
considered... Yeah, you're considered frightened for the next minute. And you have to do everything you can to get away from this creature. You can't move towards it willingly. That's it.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, that's understandable, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Let me just see.
Perception.
Yeah, give me the perception check.
23.
23. Yeah, you can see out. You can see the woods beyond here. And then all of a sudden, all the leaves on the branches start to die. And the trees turn to ash and crumble into the ground. And you look down at the floor. Outside this window is no longer grass and snow and wildlife, but instead, it's just darkness. The only thing you can see is this endless plain, this endless flat land of this kind of grey stone. But it's kind of bumpy and strange. You start to look down at the bottom of this window to see what these shapes are on this stone-like floor. And you look down to see hundreds and thousands of stone faces make up the floor. Just these round surfaces of faces just looking up, empty eyes, open mouths. And it goes on forever. Just these stone faces staring up at you, and their eyes and their mouths begin to fill with like black ichor, and it begins to pour over their faces. And this bulbous head is getting bigger and larger and just looming over you, almost comedically. There's this like giant silly head floating above you, but then there's this kind of like pulsing of along that long tendril like tube that's connected to the nipple of like the baby torso. Occasionally it pulses and you see it like swell up as if it's like passing air through this pipe into the head, and with each pulse that comes through, the head inflates a little bit more as if it's been pumped up like a balloon. And you start to just hear the sound of like laughing children and crying children, and it's all in this echoey sound that just resonates all around you and from outside and inside and beyond the door. It encompasses you entirely. And I'll get you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Nat 20.
At 20. You're okay. You will take... Do you take half damage? And no, you do not. You're fine for now. But you continue to hear this sound of like broken children.
Alright, can I cast Blink?
Yeah, remind me what Blink does again?
I basically disappear to the ethereal plane. I roll a d20.
Okay.
Click the ethereal plane.
Yeah, let me just check it. So roll
It
d20 at
fails
the end
if
of each
I'm
of your turns.
already on
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. Give me a roll.
12.
12. Okay. Roll 11 or higher. You vanish your current plane to another plane. Okay, so you, in a moment, you blink, but the last thing you see is the mouth of Ramshack's opening up, and dozens of these little toy children fall out of its mouth, all with these different recordings that start talking to you, and they begin to walk towards you, and you recognize that these are the little babies that you were commissioned to make. And you blink out of existence, everything disappears, there's just white mist now all around you, this kind of lovely lilac sky, and then in a moment you blink back and you're just outside of Ramshack's shop. And the window is still smashed, but through the broken glass you can see Ramshack's face looking out at you.
Is it regular Ramshacks?
Yeah. Even though it's distorted with all the cracks and breaks in the glass.
And I will make my way back to the bar.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
I will walk past everyone, sit down at the bar
Okay.
as I slap 5 platinum pieces and just say, all the alcohol.
You say to no barman.
I don't
All.
work here.
You say Grills just kind of look down at you and is like, right. And he kind of hops over the bar and just starts popping up just random bottles all over the place on top of the bar.
Can I
Yeah.
lock eyes with Joe? Just look at him. Just knowingly give a nod and reach for my bottle and just start drinking more.
You could have had a very different experience to Cedric there if you had failed that. You wouldn't have gotten a madness, you would have gotten something different, but I'm glad that you passed.
Hey, that was a bad idea. That was
Yeah,
my bad.
I was gonna swing by Ramshacks. Very much
I just hear Diego say this and I slam around and
yeah.
no.
Throw a bottle at his head no, don't do it.
Knew it.
What? I just want I want the new hat.
I'll make
knew
anything you want. Do not even look at it.
I'm just gonna fucking elbow the robot guy what's up with him? Huh?
Crazy, right? Boop boop beep bop bop boop boop boop. Who am I?
I felt mildly racist.
Yeah, a little bit, sorry. You know, I used to have a child. Starts looking down at the floor. Oh God.
I will slide a drink towards him.
He just brings up the beer and throws it onto his face, and it just drips down the front of his visor.
Just pat him
See,
on the back.
I thought, with his head expanding, that I was going to explode and I was going to die of an unbelievable amount of damage. But I had the life well tattoo, so that would have meant I lived on 1.
Yeah, and you were
Yeah,
just being
but
stuck there.
I feel like
Absolutely.
death is too soon. Too merciful a thing.
For Ramshack.
Yeah, I mean, you would be there, broken limbs and everything, just on the floor. 1 HP, just, this is far worse.
And then Ramshack would be there all part of my plan.
And the
okay.
robot turns to you and just says, "So, what is your name?"
Me, is it? Or-
Yeah, sorry, Diego, yeah.
Yeah. Diego. I am nice to meet you. What is yours? And I'll put on my handshake.
That is a good question. My name is Robo Johnny. It's
Johnny.
yeah,
Robo.
Robo Johnny, 'cause I have a giant penis. Ha 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 ha.
Just- you're,
You need to work on your introductions there,
Yeah,
Johnny.
do you have a small penis?
I don't know.
I don't think birds have penises. They just have little holes. I don't know if Aarakocra
No,
are the
they-
same, but we'll have to get it.
They do. It's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into.
I know how it works.
you went in depth about it before
Uh-oh.
the campaign.
Yeah,
Game
it's on my character sheet.
superior complex.
You've
If you
drawn
give
an
me a read up on it.
illustration.
I'm just gonna like turn away from Robo Johnny. Like,
I can't remember anything.
I'm gonna look over
Shit.
to the other cyborg across the table
Mm.
and just is he always like this?
Oh, him over there? No, he's just taking too much red eye.
Ah, Red Eye.
Yes.
These guys work for that assassin group.
We are not assassins. We are just humble treasure hunters.
Is
What
the-
was that word?
We are treasure hunters.
Oh, treasure hunters.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, in a way, so are we.
Oh, we can be friends.
Sure thing, Robo Johnny.
Oh, shit.
That's, does
Yeah.
does Cyrex recognize these guys?
He doesn't seem to be phased by them too much, and he doesn't seem to
Okay.
notice them though.
I'm just gonna pat Robo Johnny on the back and just like, sure thing, bud.
Okay, cool. Drinks on me.
And he throws like the beer in his face again.
There- there's still no barman. No one has a barman. We've been open.
Hey, thank you, Patema, for subscribing. Patema says yeet yeet yeet.
Patema, subscribe. Oh, I should just say YouTube. YouTube in return. And also, peace.
These. Ah, yeah. So, I don't know what time it is here. I think you came here around the afternoon. But, yeah, it's a good time to be drinking, I suppose. But it's,
Yeah,
I love
How
this.
how far are we from our tower?
It's only an hour or so. Less than an hour, like half an hour to get
Yeah.
there.
We swing by the cat.
I think we should. Well, I'm gonna stumble.
Yeah.
You're gone at this stage. You just open that map. Do I have that map? Brian Sauer, yes I do. Look at that. Oh, different crowd.
Robo Johnny. Yeah, Robo Johnny.
Robo Johnny.
Apparently, he has a massive dick.
Yeah, I've got a huge cock.
I feel like this is like a pre-programmed response. Like,
I have a
he can't
huge
say,
dick. Woohoo!
can't
woohoo.
say anything else. Responses.
Why would you want to say anything else?
Let me see here. We'll go with. I'm just trying to open up the files here, trying to get the party, because this is on Krita, this map. So I'm just gonna open. We're gonna go. D&D levels, Yeeters. Let's go here.
I want this open. I know.
Okay, let's drag those to here. And hopefully you guys will all be here. If I just move you around.
Started a pandemic with his dick in one universe.
It's true.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Ah.
Huh.
I feel like this is again just Robo Johnny saying it to me. It's like in my ear.
Yeah, I started a pandemic one. Ooh.
Sure you did, Johnny. Yeah.
Hey, command yourself.
Haven't we all in one time, Johnny? Haven't we all?
We all been there, Johnny.
Alright, I got the map. I'm just trying to organize you all. Oh, it's your old token, old Diego token.
Oh, me old Diego.
Old Diego, old Diego. These are all.
Just show how long it's been since we've returned to the tower.
Yeah. And there's Joe, and then there's Grug, and then there's Burr. Alright. So, do you guys need a small break or anything before we swap over there, or? You
I'm
good?
G.
I'm G, just pouring a drink.
Oh, very nice. Alright, I'll swap over then here on the thingy. So, pop that on. We're over here now. Hopefully, there we go. And now I will pop over to here on Discord. Screen, change windows, and I'll change it to this.
Cool.
There we go. Back onto the old critter layout.
There's my old token.
There you go.
What's our cat's name? That's probably a bad question.
You can make a history check if you want. It's so low quality as well. This map is like really low res. It's interesting. I should really convert this tower over to the other thing.
Does anyone remember what our cat is called?
No.
I
Okay,
remember driving it insane.
I got a -1, or I got an unnatural 1.
Oh, okay. You don't remember? It's been a while. It's been.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
Cedric will just like walk in when he like notices no one say anything and go, "Hey, cat, come here."
Give me a. Let's see. Give me a. I can't even remember how to move around in this. Oh yeah. Well, he's actually already walking around. So you just see this giant sphinx. I can't grab things. This is so weird. I've got to go into other layers. We just see this giant spectral sphinx just sprawled out on one of the tables, just licking one of its paws as you come in, and just kind of jumps up a bit and just says, "Ah, yes. Welcome back. It is I, the god of time. How can I help you today?
Which one's my bed?
Black turtle. Tortoise.
Just look at
Which one's what?
my bed.
I think it's a free-for-all in these places, but the table is mine. How
Oh,
about a riddle?
I'll walk to the table, just curl up and go to sleep on the table.
Oh, you bastard. I will not erase you from existence tonight. Sleep well, little prince. He's gonna go down and see the rest of you guys. Welcome back, followers of the Black Tortoise, protectors of the time machine. How can I be of service? I've not missed you at all. Just been waiting here, just chilling, enjoying time to myself. It's whatever.
Did anyone come by while we were gone?
No one has been here. I have not observed anyone at all. There was just the one intruder earlier, the Azor dragon. But that is when
That
you
was
were
a while
still
ago.
here.
Yeah, care to elaborate?
She came to test us.
Oh, yes. That was ages ago.
She is one of the 4 members of the Chronergy.
Yes. Yes.
I was created by the most powerful of the four, who is sleeping now on the desk.
Very good. You did good. Buddy.
Okay. I suppose. Thank you.
I'm gonna. I guess. I'll take Cyrix and I'm like, hey, let me show you the roof. It's where I sleep.
Hey, I'm gonna go.
I don't get my own room.
This is where all the birds go. Where is the? I'm gonna go into Yeeters. Where is Brian's? Because this isn't the right one. This is just a random one. So I'm trying to find the actual one that you guys were at.
This guy's awesome. We like this guy.
I like him a lot. Part 3. Brian's Tower. That's probably it, actually. Yeah, we'll open that one instead. That's way better. Okay. This fake one. Big old fakey one. You. Alright, so Cedric.
Falling asleep in the
Thing here.
there we go.
There you go. And it is I'm much larger now.
Okay.
I look way cooler. So you're going upstairs, are you, Diego?
Yeah, I'm just gonna retire for the night and I'll take Cyrix.
Cool.
I mean,
Okay.
I won't force him. He can sleep wherever he wants. Like, but I'm gonna sleep on the roof. That's my usual perch.
Cool. I'll find that now. That's not it
there's
either.
there's Epic Soul token as well. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird to see. Boom, Chivanook, Finds Hilltop Night. There we go. That's another one. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
So there you are, perched on top. But before that, you go through all the floors again to remind yourself. There's you can pass by the giant fucking machine here on this floor. You kind of pass by that, kind of peep in. Cyrix kind of looks around. I think Cyrix has been here.
Yes, not. I'll give him a tour. I'm like, this is our
What's
thing.
that?
It's just a sculpture. It's
Don't worry about it.
Cool. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what
it's a centerpiece.
Okay. This is a pretty like extravagant centerpiece. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't build this place. Take it up with the cat.
No, that's fair. I'll ask her tomorrow maybe. I'm pretty tired and head up anyway. Living quarters.
You can actually sleep in a bed if you want. I mean,
I
I like to sleep on branches and on roofs,
Cyrix over there.
but you can sleep wherever. You know, I thought it'd be cool if we like. went on the roof.
You know, we're both birds.
Yeah, but I was gonna throw some rocks off the roof and
See if
you
we
know
can
stuff
catch
like
them.
that. I mean, you can come if you want.
I wasn't
you know,
gonna check if you can fly or not. I wasn't gonna test that. I swear.
No, I wasn't.
I know. That's my
He
thinking.
doesn't have wings.
No, he's got hands. Yeah, you continue up the tower. There's also then you come up to it's another astrology chamber that you can run past. It's a big telescope.
It's our other centerpiece. Don't
Other centerpiece. We don't know what the fuck it does. Then eventually you get to Brian's actual room where he would sleep, and then continue up the stairs. You're brought then to the hilltop.
I assume I have like a little shitty nest I built up there with like some
Yeah,
blocks.
we can say that. Here, I can
This
draw
is
on
my
this
pad.
actually. This is my sick pad. What do you think, Sarah? It's pretty cool, right?
This is my stuff. I found this on a tree. Wow, that is
Beautiful. Let's get some brown up in here, because that's like a nest, right?
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You've just covered it in sticks and stuff. It's an invisible tower as well, so this kind of like all the sticks are just like visible on the top of this tower. Because as soon as you step out on here, the balcony's invisible, so it's kind of hard to see where you can stand. So you put down all these sticks now, so you can actually see where to walk and everything.
I'm just gonna look across my greatest work.
Amazing.
No,
Make
the rest
yourself
of
at
us
home.
know it's up there. It's just
There we go. Bearded man. All right.
Alright.
And what are the rest of you doing then currently? So you're sleeping, Cedric's. This guy's floating around. Cyrix has gone upstairs. Is there anything that Joe wanted to do at all in this place, or are you just chilling here for now? Joe, Craig.
I think he fell asleep.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, so you guys should rest up here. Next morning, let's see how long you've got a hangover for.
A long time, I would imagine.
Yeah, it will be, because you probably got pretty fucking drunk, almost blackout drunk. You to roll a d10 for me, and you can subtract your constitution modifier from that.
Or
All together, including with subtracting your con and everything.
Yep.
Okay, so for the next 4 hours, you've got you're just disadvantaged. You're just a level of exhaustion, essentially. Yeah. Okay. So you wake up absolutely like your head is just splitting. But no
I'm gonna give
memories
myself
of ramshacks.
2 levels of exhaustion because I slept on a table.
That's
Oh.
fair. You nearly died. That's how fucked you were. You're like any worse. Like if it was a little worse, you probably would have.
How many levels? You can get 6 levels before you die. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just moving. Your bones are sore and creaky. It's cold. Everything hurts. Everything's ringing, and yeah, you're just blacked out. You're just flat on this table, and there's just we've got the Guardian, and he is shrunken down to the size of a regular cat, and he is just kind of perched on one of these tables, just kind of curled up.
Is there much on the table?
On
I wake up?
where you are. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's kind of thrown off most stuff, but there's a few kind of notebooks and everything, and spell books and things like that. More kind of notes on. You can try to make a check on figuring out what they are, but currently, before taking any look at them, they're just loads of books. There's a few broken pieces of glass and vials kind of tipped over. You look like you've drunk some sort of liquid in the middle of the night. Not sure what it is. But there is a few spilt bottles and a couple of bones and stuff like that. There's also a ball of yarn.
I'll roll off the table. And do we have a kitchen?
There was a kitchen upstairs. Yeah, you cooked up there previously.
I'll just start like stumbling towards the kitchen. Won't even acknowledge anyone. Just
Cool. So everyone else is passed out on the floor down here, and you can start making your way up and start cooking some stuff. All right. So, Cedric, you are currently in the
Can I
kitchen.
check the notices for start pack?
The notice for jobs. Wait, for what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jobs.
All right. Let's see what you got. I'm gonna roll me a d20. Let's see if there's anything going on right now.
5.
5. So currently you just get a small little job, and someone's just asked you to fix some of their we're gonna say one of their time teller where we goes, just a pocket watch they've just asked you to fix up for a couple of gold. They can't find anywhere else at the moment, so they've come to you, and friends recommended to you. So like I say, it's very simple to do in like a couple of minutes or so, just to find that problem and piece it together. But you can just pass it back into like a little pocket dimension when you're done, and yeah, you can just, we're gonna say that you have like a nice basically like a little portal pouch where you can, these notes come through, and you can send them back through there, back through the pouch. So yeah, and you get 2 golds in return for just fixing that thing. I'm not gonna get a roll for that because it's a very easy task. It'd almost be an insult to to have you roll for that.
I mean, I only have like a plus 17 to play to hand. So.
Yeah, so you might make it too cool. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's no problem. And Diego and Cyrax up on the top of the hill. I'm going to say Cyrax eventually kind of just looking out at everything and talks to you as well, just that night or that morning. He's going to start looking around and just say, like, what are we going to do now? Like, we've saved these people. Are we really going to go to face this guy, or the Winter King? We getting this ring back?
I'm gonna slowly, like, as I'm looking out over the scene as well, I'm gonna turn to Cyrex and be like, you've already lost an eye for us, Cyrex, and you are how old are you? Like 15?
Yeah, I mean, in human years I'd be 15. I'm like 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been carrying around a minor with us the whole time.
Cyrex, you've already done too much for us. I am happy to have saved you from the checkered court. You do not have to come with us any further. We are going to go face Craig. But you do not.
Craig, yeah, it's a really anticlimactic name. I remember when I came up with the name, I kept making up names that I couldn't remember, so I was like, it's Craig. His name's Craig.
Yeah, you, Cyrex, I'm never going to forgive myself for what happened to you throughout this journey. I thought I was taking you into a better life, but
Yeah, I mean, I got, missing an eye, but I've had a lot of fun. To be honest,
Yeah.
I've never had anyone treat me so nicely before. It's like I can't think of anything else I'd like to be doing. I work on a farm. I'll work in a shop. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go killing like innocent people again. That's another option, but that's.
We're not exactly the. I mean,
we're the good guys, right? Like when we
We're
kill
the good
people,
guys.
it's we're doing for better, right?
yeah.
as we
punch
commit
him.
atrocities. Forgot we kept telling him that we're the good guys.
I'll put my hand on his shoulders, like as a good friend told me, sometimes the bad guys are not always the bad guys. I think that was the quote.
That was the quote.
It was like an hour ago.
Yeah, it was like last night. I guess.
I'm
learning a lot with you guys. I mean, I am scared to go forward. I don't know what to do. Am I just gonna hold you back?
No, not even slightly. You're like fucking killer, man.
Okay. Well, you tell me what to do and I'll follow, cause
A servant.
Cause I'm happy following you guys, but if you don't think it's safe enough for me, if you don't think I'm gonna make it, or if I'm gonna hold you guys back or anything like that, I'll stay here with the villagers. I can help them if you prefer, and I can see you guys again when you're back. But at the same time, it'd be nice to see where you go and see if you actually get them. I do feel invested as well.
I don't know if Diego would like happy taking this child into like
Yeah.
such an insane battle.
It's totally fair.
Now knowing that he's actually just a child.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna put my hand on like Cyrix's shoulder and just be like, there's some really good wrestlers I know.
Yeah, that could be fun, actually.
Or you can mine the tower for us. The cat's pretty chill.
Yeah, I feel like we wouldn't get along. I don't know if I'm up for hanging around with the cat for however long, but I'd totally hang out with wrestlers. That does sound kind of fun. and I can beef myself up. So, and he like kind of like flexes his arm, and he's just got these little skinny stick-like arms, and he tries to flex his muscles. Like, I'll bulk myself up when I see you again. We can have an arm wrestle or something. He kind of just punches your shoulder. You like barely feel it. It's just like a.
I'll punch him back. That sounds good, bud.
Yeah.
Another full session arm wrestling match.
Let's do it.
It's just you like making him feel better the whole time. Be like, oh, you nearly got me. You got me on. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you for everything, though, and give me a life of my own.
I'll find you a new eye. I'll bring you an eye back.
Whoa, okay. That'd be pretty neat. Yeah. You guys watch the sun kind of rising then over the kind of big snowy landscape before you, while sitting inside your donut of sticks. And yeah, fireflies begin to hide away into the trees as the sun rises. And I'll say that you make your way down.
Make our way for breakfast, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, I'll be back in 2.
Sure. So the wonderful hungover Cedric is making everyone food. Do you want to make a roll? See how the food goes.
I'm self-imposed disadvantage.
Yeah.
Got a 6.
Wow, this is absolutely awful. This is just like it's like just edible, you know, like it's still, you can eat it, but it's nothing fancy. Like the eggs
like-
are dried out and kind of overcooked and just
Half
like
cold, half warm.
half cold, half warm. You kind of cook the eggs first. You're like, oh fuck, and then you left them cooking, and then you dried out, and you're like, you just took them off the heat. And he also just made some other kind of like meats as well and cut that, but just charred it. And now you were scraping out the pot of the egg, and you put that in a bowl, and you put the meat in the pot, and cooked that in the dried egg stuff, and you threw that over. And it's just a big pile now. It's just a heap of egg and meats that are all just kind of like, it's all mingled together. You just stirred it all up in a big bowl and just thrown it on people's plates. Yeah, we can put everything in the kitchen area. You can eat. You're not gonna starve or anything. Yeah, nice. You do have a meal.
Oh wait, do I have any of the
Oh,
the herb?
I don't know how much of that you have left. Well, look at those pixels. Wow.
When does it?
I
I
don't know.
gain 1d6 plus 4 at every like
Every long rest.
dawn.
Oh well,
Every
there you go.
dawn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've got
I probably
some.
have all
You
of
can
them.
just throw a bunch of that in. It's like the texture is totally off, but it tastes
I'll put-
pretty good.
I'll put it like I'll taste it as I'm going, and then once I have all the bowls, I'll just like sprinkle some on my one and
Oh,
just
nice.
serve the rest of them.
So nice. No. So, have you got any plan on what you'd like to do or where you'd like to go from here? So far as well, in that guy's bag as well, you've got a magic book, you've got the horn, you've got gold, you've got a few different places you can go. Excuse me. In terms of the map, you guys are currently in the Vale. You guys can make your way on foot if you want through the Vale here, past Magnolium Forest, and into Jotunheim. Yeah. Or you can try to, there's a teleportation circle here that Xavion owns. There's also the Caterpillar Falls. That's where there was that portal that you stepped through originally. Yeah, I wouldn't say too much, but that's, yeah, you've got a bunch of stuff.
Can you zoom out
Yeah, I'll zoom
for a
in.
sec?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're kind of in the middle between Olympus and Jotunheim.
Yeah, you're pretty much bang on in the middle. Yeah, middle of the Vale as well. So yeah, Jotunheim's up this direction, Olympus there. You can always get to Jotunheim also traveling straight up and continuing, because this is where they all meet. But yeah, there's a lot of ways you can go. you've got a horse and carriage. Yeah. Big cross.
We don't have any like teleporting magic in our tower or anything. No, that was just.
Not that you know.
there's-
There is a giant fucking space thing. There's a lot of stuff here actually. There's, you don't know what it all does, but possibly.
Can Cedric spend some time with the telescope that isn't on the roof, the big multi-dimensional,
Oh, the gold one. Yeah.
the gold one?
This one. Yeah, sure.
Just spend some time studying it, seeing if there's any like books on its usage.
Yeah, I'll get you to make a general. You can make either. First of all, I'll get you to make an investigation check. See what information you can actually find first, and then I'll get you to make an Arcana check to dissect it all, depending on how well.
I
you
got a
do.
13.
13. Okay, so you find a couple of books here and there that all seem to revolve around the study of time. A lot of books in this room are all about the study of time. One is a really convoluted set of like blueprints and diagrams that seem to explain how to use this thing. I'll then get you to make an Arcana check. See how much of this you can actually digest.
Got a 16 on the Arcana check.
16. Okay. So what you can piece together is there is some sort of compartment in this machine that allows you. Basically, you get the sense that this machine can do a whole bunch of things, but all you can really find out from this book is that this machine can allow one to look back in time, like see what happened at different points in time, kind of essentially travel through it through just like looking. That's one thing you get from this. That's one thing that you piece together, is that you can sit in this machine somewhere. Seems to be a thing at the bottom. You can sit in, you can look back in time. But there's lots of warnings as well that you can't really understand. But there's like little warnings that you can't, not to spend too much time here. It can take time away from you as well if you get trapped. That you can get locked in a place in time as well. There's lots of warnings on that. And that is all based on your own intelligence and willpower to move through it. It uses your own arcane abilities and your own mind to maneuver through space and time. Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're not smart enough and your brain's not big enough, you can rapidly age. You can just get stuck in a point in time. A lot of stuff can happen to you. Yeah.
I will shout for Kitty Cat.
'Tis I, the Time Lord. Here I come. He just kind of rubs up against your leg.
You owe me from the riddles. You offered to age me and I declined.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna hold you just in case. You stick around. And I'm going to attempt to use the big machine.
Okay. So, Cedric, in his hungover state, rolling everything at a disadvantage, you eventually find there's a compartment at the bottom of this that opens up this panel. And there's a seat inside there where you can place your hands into like this blue liquid. You can strap a helmet onto your head, and you can try to maneuver through time.
Oh no.
If you like. You gonna
Epic
try it?
Just got inspiration off Batima to use
Oh,
the
nice!
machine.
I meant to say as well, Diego. Marcus, you can take an inspiration for Diego as well for that scene with Cerex.
Okay.
So Epic, who is not here, has inspiration. Cool. Okay, so you can sit inside this machine. Where is there's Cyrex. Go down here. I'll get bring Bear down here as well. So you sit into this machine. Your hands go into this liquid, and kind of you see for a moment that you see skeletal hands, and then you see little children's hands, and then they regulate to your own hands. The helmet kind of comes down onto your head, the visor comes down over your eyes, and you see now just before you this blue ether. And I'm going to get you to make an intelligence check. With a disadvantage.
Just straight intelligence.
Straight
It's not a
intelligence.
saving throw or anything.
Nope.
First roll, natural 20. Second roll, a 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay, shit, that's fucking dope. Alright, yeah, you need to get over 20 to not be vaporized by this. Not vaporized, but you know what I mean.
Right?
Basically, like, start rapidly aging. Now, where are
You
my...
forgot the necklace of immutability.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that helps you somewhat, actually. So, I will get you to roll a... Let me see here. Roll me a D. Do you have access to like a D1000?
I can go on Google and do one, yeah.
Yeah. Or D500 actually, we'll say. For the roll that you got.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do a random number generator between 1 and 500.
Okay.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, generate! 96.
Okay. That's very handy. So you go back to the year. Just to round it off, it's gonna be 1676. So currently the year that you're in right now is 17. Actually, yeah, that's wrong. You're actually in the year 1776. So 1786. You got 96. Did you say? 90,
Yes.
96, yeah. So, yeah, you go back to the year 1756. So you go back 96 years, roughly. And okay, I'm just reading this. I'm basically going through my lore here. So you see, you're looking now in a series of caves, and you're maneuvering through these caves, these mines you start to put together, and you see this old halfling man, and he discovers this frozen egg. And it's wrapped in like a cobweb of ice all around. There is this underground river that's come along. There's this cobweb of ice all around the egg, and it's frozen most of this underground river. And he's just hacking away, bringing that egg out of the ice. It's a small, pale, white and pink egg. It's got like pink polka dots all over it. And that's what you see. And eventually you come back, your hands come out of the liquid, your whole body feels like your soul just crashes back into your body, and you feel the weight of your entire body. You feel all the aches and pains in your body again, and then the hangover rushes back into you, and the helmet sucks off your head.
Okay, interesting. Egg. Does it? I don't. Do I have any idea what the egg might spawn?
Give me a nature check.
Is that the right phrase? Hatch
Yeah.
into?
Yeah. Yeah.
A 17.
17. It doesn't look like a chicken egg or anything. It looks kind of like a. You got. I guess you wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
It look,
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I don't think you would. No, unfortunately, yeah. You don't know any kind of creature that would come from an egg that even looks like that. Seems very unique. That's all you can piece together.
Is it possible to spawn not chicken eggs with the egg spell if I concentrate hard enough?
You could try. You could certainly try.
Can I like cast egg at 5th level?
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll give you to cast egg at 5th level, and you're trying to summon. Are you trying to summon that egg?
I'm trying to summon. Yeah, well, not that egg specifically, because it's like nearly 100 years old, but like an egg of that creature.
Okay. I'll get you to make basically like a spell attack roll. So you make a roll and add your spell attack modifier.
Attack modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just click here? I got a 26.
All right. Holy shit. Okay. Can you decide? You decide odd or even for me.
I'll go odd.
Okay. Right. So, you focus on that egg, something similar to that egg, something like it, and then as you're manifesting this spell, you guys watch, also standing in this time room, you watch as this egg begins to fabricate. This one is white, but it has these red streaks going through the whole thing. You start to twist it, and it starts to grow and form. It grows hooves, like cloven legs. It grows like large horns, long white hair, huge tail. And now standing there is an albino tiefling with curled horns. Hold up. Fuck.
Things come from eggs.
This one did.
Ah.
Fatima said this could be great, or it could end the multiverse.
Where's the Into the Multiverse game?
Wait, isn't one of the other characters an albino tiefling? Did we summon one of the other characters?
I'll summon Ghostly O'Keefe.
We summoned Ghostly O'Keefe.
Oops. Yeah.
Huge.
Very big. Too big. So, in that moment, as this creature fabricates, you see her kind of then stand up. In one of her hands, she holds this large blade that's just covered in rust. The entire thing is made up of rust. And she's standing there in red robes, scars all over her body, and turns to each of you in turn and just says, like, "What? How'd I get here? I was fighting one of them big trolls, and now I'm here all of a sudden. That's very strange. What's going on?" She kind of starts pointing at all of you with her sword.
Cedric will drop to one knee and like collapse from exhaustion.
You just spawned her in. Oh, what's with this man over here? And she just kind of goes and like kind of gives him a poke. I give Cedric a poke and then starts strutting around. It's like, blimey, this place is huge. My gosh, pretty spiffing, pretty up to nick, pretty shiny. A lot of gold here. And she just starts like poking everything and stroking the big machine. No trolls though. Where am I?
I'm unconscious.
She then turns to the nearest person. I guess you go to Diego. You there? Sir? Where am I?
Havenlock?
Havenlock. Don't know it.
Okay, well,
It's a nice name.
I'm gonna go over to
She's just gonna start wandering off in another direction. Like, oh, this is pretty neat.
Who are you? Hello?
I'm Ghostly O'Keefe, and I'm the most powerful fighter there is.
Oh, that's a big claim. But
One day, I'm gonna be more than just a fighter. You'll see. I'll be able to turn people into frogs.
It's a weird but admirable aspiration. I respect it. You know what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn people into frogs, and they're gonna be my friends.
Where did you say you came from? Where were you when you were fighting?
I was in the pits. I was fighting in the pits, going up against one of the big ones. I was giving them a left and a right. I didn't really want to hurt them though. That was Gregory, but he's a nice troll. I was.
Where?
Actually, does she even know where she was?
Yeah, I think they called it plague lands or a guinea, kind of.
Oh,
that.
we know the playland, right?
Yeah, the plague lands
Like,
are also
we know
Guinea.
it's north.
It's up by. I'll show you
Yeah.
here.
We know it exists though. Like
Yeah. It's one of the realms of Gostar.
yeah. Okay. Oh wow, you've traveled quite a way. You are basically halfway across the world.
Cool, blimey! I'm pretty good like that. I'm already becoming more powerful as the days
Yeah.
go on.
I'm just there like doing chess concussions.
Oh,
What does level 3 exhaustion cost?
Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
You're just having heart palpitations right now. It's really struggling to breathe as you've just dragged this lady halfway across Gostar into this realm.
I cast egg.
I came from an egg, I did. I think.
Egg is a great spell.
I'm curious what Potato's saying to this. Oh yeah, pre-wizard Ghostly. Yeah, so she's not a wizard right now. She's just a fighter. She learned magic from Brian in the PB Rebellion game, which is interesting. I won't say too much.
But yeah, it's nice meeting all of you. But I got to go back to my fight, so I'll get. I guess I'll get moving if I'm all the way across the world. It's probably a lot of walking.
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk.
I gotta like very groggily say, "Don't go yet."
Okay.
She just freezes in mid-air, just kind of like half walking.
Get her some of the porridge I made this morning. I need a second.
Oh, I do like some porridge.
Let's say that Cyrex can go run up. It's like, yeah, I get that, no problem. Just goes forever because there's so many stairs in this tower. It's just like and disappears. I will say after a while he'll start making it back. But if there's anything you'd like to do before that, like
Sleep. For
just
4 days.
relax.
No, I'll give Cedric some wrestler drugs.
Wrestler drugs. You got wrestler drugs?
Yeah, I have some herbs, which if you take 10
Oh yeah. So they act kind of like you can recover a D4 of HP for each one.
Just give him one.
Yeah, sure. Give you a little bit of a pep. It's like taking a paracetamol or something. It'll kick in a little later, but it takes the edge off a little bit. That shakes. It takes the shakes away a little bit. And we'll say, can remove your hangover. So you get rid of the exhaustion from your hangover, but you still have 2 levels of exhaustion.
I'll heavily lean on my stick and look at Diego like, what happened?
You waved your hands, and then a weird fighter appeared. Why are you asking me? I'm a bird.
I'm a bird. I don't know what the fuck happened.
But I only cast egg. Birds come from eggs. What happened?
Again, why are you asking me? I'm gonna turn to Joe. Do you know anything about this?
She's probably still be in a walking position, just still holding it.
And you just summon people from eggs?
Ghostly, do I have like a concept of how far back I was looking?
Give me I'm gonna say yeah. You would have. Yeah, you were roughly around 100 years or so back in time.
Just like rub my eyes. Ghost. Did she name herself? She did. Yeah. Ghostly, how old are you?
Yes. I don't really know numbers that well. I know up to 2. I know I am 1. And if I stand beside that guy, and she points to Joe, we are 2.
So, oh jeez, how many 2 winters have you lived?
Oh, that's a tough one with my -1 intelligence. And I've never had an education, but I would say
I'd like Cedric would have a fairly decent understanding of like politics. Like, do you know who's the king?
oh, that would be the guy who runs the pits. They call him the king sometimes. They also call him Skion or Scion. The Scion. Yeah, I've never seen him myself. Very mysterious. Dark cape, long black hair.
Have you ever heard of a turtle named Brian?
No. What is a turtle?
Shh. What about this was a sapphire dragonborn?
No idea what a sapphire or a dragonborn is. I fought a guy called the Dragon once. He was pretty strong. I've been fighting in pits my whole life.
Was he called the dragon, or was he a dragon?
What's a dragon?
Don't say okay.
We're going nowhere.
Yeah, okay. You Ghostly.
She literally got all her education from Brian. Like she's before, like in the fighting pit, she only knew how to fight.
Joe.
My name's Ghostly.
Shh. How do you age a tiefling? I don't know if that's actually a thing that is known.
You wait.
Don't we have like a space cat that specializes in aging things?
This is true.
It's not the most reliable of sources.
I am the most reliable source in the universe. As he floats past.
Cat.
It is I, also known as Gyro,
Gyro.
the Lord
Gyro.
of Time.
I knew this the entire time.
Gyro, might I have just like a couple days? That's all I need, just to get rid of this hangover.
Couple of days is all you require, and so we are now even. And he waves his paw, and you feel like you've rested and slept for 2 days straight.
Oh, thank God.
You are 2 days older, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so you have no levels of exhaustion. We are even Stevens. Ha ha ha. Neither of us are called Steven.
Okay.
I'm Ghostly.
I like. I'll stand up, look at Ghostly. Is she like in like a half moving?
Yeah, still standing in like a half walking pose.
Like, Ghostly, you can relax.
Okay, I will relax.
She still holds the
Let's-
pose, but she just like,
Let's go downstairs.
Okay. Let's walk.
Okay. Okay.
Like, and Diego just like fucking side eye Cedric, just be like, what the fuck?
Let's grab you all here. Drag you all up there.
How do you?
Eventually, as well, Cyrax comes down with some porridge. Well, it's like egg porridge with meat in it, and she's like,
Oh, this is the best food I've ever had in my life. Quarter blimey.
I'll walk over and like just sprinkle some flavoring and some MSG.
"Oh my god!"
Wow! Oh golly, this is the best meal I've ever had in my life.
She starts like crying a little
Okay.
bit, just.
Back in a
"Oh."
sec.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Okay. Ghostly.
That's me.
Ghostly. You'd have a seat. You can sit down here.
Oh sure, I usually sit on the floor, but okay.
No, you're a guest. You sit on a chair.
Oh, never been a guest before.
She's just there kicking her legs, looking around the whole place.
Gyro, can you tell what age Ghostly is?
I would reckon. I actually don't know.
Just
how
a
it goes.
gauge. Neither does-
Let's
neither does
between
the brand of the
20 and 30 years old physically, but I believe she was only born about 20 or 30 years ago, but she has a strange time mark stamp on her. That's a real thing. I didn't just invent that now, but I would say she was conceived even further back. My god, she's weird one. That body 20 to 30 years old. Not quite birthed at 100 years ago, but then was conceived even further back again about 300 years ago.
Can I slowly turn to Gyro and like, you can tell exactly when someone was conceived?
More or less. Yes. Everyone
did-
has a timestamp. I know all.
Did Brian keep a bestiary of any sort?
Brian wasn't into his beasties so much as he was time, but he had a small one indeed, somewhere amongst here, and he starts rummaging around like a cat, like going through a box of socks or something, just like flicking books around the place. Ha! It is here, and he points to the ground. I do not have thumbs, I cannot pick it up. Just sits on top of the desk, kind of leaning over it like a cat again, just like with his tail flapping.
Can I cast egg, but just like regular egg now, and just like make sure it's working and not spawning people?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You cast regular egg. You just
I
it
guess
was a
5.
combination
I don't
of a
remember
lot.
what 5 does. What was 5?
What was 5? Let me see.
5 is 1d4 flying snakes.
Oh my god! It's a bunch of just they just like scatter into the air.
No, I feel like this isn't the
Okay.
actual egg we've been using.
Okay.
I don't remember being able to spawn eagles. I thought I spawned a load of eggs and stuff was all it did. I spawned eagles? It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it does spawn. Yeah, that's what you spawned at one stage, right? Oh no, they were chickens, but it does spawn eagles. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
You have the spell though, do you? You don't need to.
I pulled up the
Oh, okay.
one that's linked.
Cool.
I think I wrote it down as well somewhere. I'm just going through my notes.
Sure.
I spawned a person. That's new. Ah.
That's crazy. I was told I came from an egg once, but I didn't actually believe it. Kind of like them eagles. I guess that's why I've got these old proppers.
And she just like clops her hooves on the ground.
I'm have to call it.
You're gonna call it? No, that's fair. No problem at all.
Yeah.
I've been up at 5:30, and I'm up at 5 again in the morning.
That's totally fair. Have do rest up, buddy, and thanks for joining us.
Always.
See you. Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, I'm not half dead first.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We can try it on Friday if it works. We'll see how it plays out, I suppose. Yeah.
And Friday evenings both suit me. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, Craig. See you soon. Bye. Peace out. Right.
I have too many books. Where's so many books?
So many books. Too many books spoil the meal. I take
While like I'm
books.
flicking through all the books on the table looking for the bestiary,
Mm.
I'll just be like, it's too many cooks, Fatima. Too many Fatima.
Ghostly, it's my name, but Fatima rings a bell. Tip, 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 tip.
She just starts dancing on the table, just kind of kicking over books and bottles and stuff.
I'm a tiefling.
Who put you in the pits?
Oh, born in the pits. I've fought in the pits since I was first hatched. I've been fighting in the pits.
Who like bets on you, or who like handles you, or do you just get to? Is there money involved at any point, or?
No, I don't get
say
any
what's
money, but I get lots of nice food, and that's nice. If I win, I get more food and nicer clothes, like this nice red top.
And she just kind of
who
sways it.
gives you the food?
That would be Simon.
Simon.
Yeah.
And
Does
he-
Simon have a second name?
Simon Socks, I think. And he is the chef. He's not
Do-
as good a chef as
Diego.
you are.
You know about the fighting scene.
Hmm.
Anything about a Simon Socks? You said.
This sounds way outside of my scene. I assume I don't know him.
Give me a history check though, in terms of the fighting pits
Sounds-
in.
Sounds like slavery, and
It's very much
I
like
don't
that
know.
right now.
History. You said.
Yes. There's some weird mumbling going on in this one. I actually really like this one. It's so funny.
I forgot it's a thing. 17.
17. You would know about the. Well, I'm actually going to turn up the music a little bit. You'd know about the fighting scene roughly over in Guinea, also known as like the Plaguelands. But typically it is like these gladiator pits. The biggest one that's set up that you would know about is set up in one of the biggest strongholds in Guinea. And it's just a town of bandits and crooks and everything else. It's just barbarians. And it works like a system of just whoever is the most conniving and backstabbing and brutal just rises to the top in these things. You've heard about this kind of king character. He's known, like they call him the King of the Black Sea or the Black Lake. King of the Black Lake, is what they call him. You don't really know much about him. But he's a guy who kind of runs a lot of things there.
Can I turn to Ghost and say, have you ever seen a black lake, or?
I've never really been outside the pits,
Yeah. This is
but I've heard that the guy who's in charge is from a black lake, and in that black lake there's lots of thorns and brambles and things protecting his big castle, and they say he builds things in there. He's building a big boat.
I
I-
will. Yeah, I'll relay my information to Cedric, and then I'll also be like, we cannot send her back there.
No, obviously we can't.
I mean, honestly, easy solution. There's a couple of wrestlers outside of town.
Oh,
I mean, we do need like it'd be nice to have someone defending the tower as well.
There's a lot of books in here. I've always wanted to read.
Can I just gesture towards her, like knocking over all the shit on our table? Just be like, super reliable.
She kind of falls
but
down.
what if
look
we
at the
left
pictures.
her and Cyrix here? We could,
Cyrix
like-
isn't staying here. He's decided he's going to the rest of us.
Cyrix, sorry. I know we've got this. Cyrix is
Cyrix.
becoming a wrestler.
Yeah, I thought it might be cool.
You could do it. You could do it, Cyrix.
Oh
Cyrix,
no, sorry. Yes, you got this, buddy. I like stare at Diego and be like, really? Okay, Cyrix. No, you got this, man. I believe.
Ah, thanks, man. I'm glad you believe in me. Makes me feel like I can do something. Like, yeah.
He starts like motivating himself low key. At this stage, Ghosty's moved over to the other side of the room to join Gyro, who's just flicking through a book, reading it, like kind of making the pages move by himself. And she's like,
Oh, you read? Can you teach me to read? That'd be nice.
I haven't. Hey, Ghostly.
Yes?
How about you stay here and
Yeah.
you can leave when you move this, and I'll pull out my immovable rod and click it in midair and just let go of it.
Whoa. All right, let me have a go.
and she rolls up her sleeves and just starts going. She'll just keep at that for as long as she can.
And Diego just side-eye Cedric again, so this feels immoral.
I want to give Cedric an inspiration. That's genius.
It'll keep her safe.
It'll keep her here.
Wow.
Yeah. This feels like
While you're trying to move this, have free reign of this floor and the bedding floor and like the communal area. Maybe stay away from the top floor
Okay.
and the big golden
Top
contraption.
Floor is a no. Don't touch the gold. And I have free reign of everything. Excellent.
Except
Yeah.
Gyro.
Except gyro. What's a
Yeah,
gyro?
Well, Gyro is a
the kitty cat.
Oh,
kitty cat.
okay.
Can I turn to Ghost and say, do you want to learn how to read?
Oh, yes. I've always wanted to look at books. I just don't know how. We just kind of turn them into soup where I live or use them to make fires, but they always look like they got interesting things in them.
Okay, we have a decent library here. I'll turn to Gyro. Like, can you help our guest? I assume you've got some time on your hands, and I'll wink. Time.
I appreciate the time joke. Haha. Good one. Yes, I will take it upon myself this great challenge to educate such an imbecile such as this. It'll probably be one of my greatest challenges thus far, but I will turn this young tiefling idiot into the greatest wizard this world has ever known.
I look at Gyro and go second greatest.
Second, I don't owe you anything anymore, Black Tortoise, but perhaps she has some catching up to do, but perhaps she may catch up to you, unless you continue to study yourself.
I'll look at him. I'll pull out the spell book that the other guy had. The guy I took the spell book. I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah. So inside this spell book,
I'm looking specifically for the ice version of Fireball.
bear with me now. I think I'm not sure which one it's in. I think it's in this one actually.
Our party has grown one more, and this time we got Ghostly O'Keefe.
Here we go. It's in this book, I'm pretty sure. Ba-doo-ba-doo.
Ghostly O'Keefe, that's my name. I'm gonna be the greatest wizard ever, so I am.
Yeah, so inside this book, you have alter self. You've got whole person. Yeah, you've got an ice ball in this as well. Instead of fire damage, it does cold damage.
Interesting.
There's I can give you the list of the spells if you like, or I can give them after the game if you prefer.
I'll just type them into Yeeters team chat.
Okay.
Just the big ones.
Okay.
Baseball.
So there's alter self, hold person, knock, blink, ice ball, slow, polymorph, stone skin, and telekinesis. Oh, there's also chromatic orb, and
Ooh, that's a nice one.
expeditious retreat, expeditious retreat, and mage armor, and then there's some cantrips in there as well. It's light, mending, prestidigitation, and ray of frost.
Okay, I got kind of the ones I was most in.
I'll send you them all afterwards anyway, but that's yeah.
Interesting.
We have another spell book.
Right, I better get studying if I want to know how to move this thing.
Ice ball.
It's crazy.
And at this moment, Gyro and herself have been talking. He's like, "Yes, you can move that thing if you get smarter," and she's like,
That doesn't make any sense at all. I have to get stronger.
I look at Gyro and go, Gyro, we want to keep her here and safe, so
"Okay,
maybe this is the last thing you teach her.
my challenge."
Just to prove it can be done, I will reach up and like move the rod. I'll click the button, move the rod, and be like, yeah.
I made an intelligence check with her there. She rolled a 2 minus 1, so she's like,
Okay, that looks easy.
she goes again.
We're gonna come back and she's gonna be ripped.
Not study at all, just get really ripped trying to move this thing. Alright. So, where do the Yeeters go next time? In a couple of weeks' time? Or...
I suppose we swing by the wrestlers.
Wrestlers and then
Onto
probably on to Jotunheim, I would imagine. We need to go actually talk to this Craig person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you now know his real name. It's Craig.
Yeah. Should we bring like?
A nuke? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we should maybe pick up a contingency plan.
Peasant cannon.
That might be used eventually. You've said it so many times, it's like one of those things that's just going to become, you know...
We're forced into reality.
yeah, exactly. You're just fabricating it.
I don't know. We need to go see him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to go talk to Craig, even if we don't.
We should not bring the ring to him, though.
We should not bring the ring, but Joe has the ring.
Epic has the ring.
We should just bury it in some insanely secret place, or just fucking leave it here in the tower.
I would say that the... Actually, no, I won't say anything. It's been a while, because you might have forgotten, but there were... When you were in that dream world where you did find it, there were giants walking around the place with a little dowsing rod.
Oh, they did have a dowsing rod. This is true, yeah. So that wouldn't help. Okay. I mean, we could. We have. Do we have like?
If we have a bag of holding, it's technically a different dimension that it's kept in, so it wouldn't be traceable.
Yeah.
We throw it in the bag of holding. We bury the bag of holding. It's gone. It's not even in this dimension anymore.
That's pretty good.
And then
Can't fault that.
And we do have a bargaining chip over Craig.
Yeah.
Although we'll have to talk to Epic about that because it is his ring.
Sure.
I,
We
d-
can
I
do
don't know if Epic can part from it.
Yeah, this is also an issue. Oh, yeah. We'll put Epic in the bag of holding.
You can hold your breath for a long time, right? You got high con.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah, he can do something crazy. Yeah.
Hold for a week. Yeah. Do any of the spellcasters have like portal spells or anything, or like
I think I'm a level off teleportation circle.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a 6th level spell, and I get 1 at my next level. I think.
Okay.
But also, I already know the spell technically,
But you don't.
You
know,
do.
You can't have.
but I don't have the skill to cast it yet.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Wait, no, I do have the skill to cast it, so I can actually cast teleportation circle.
Oh.
But I need to. What? It's like a year in one place to make it.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that
yeah,
whole
yeah,
thing,
true. To make one, yeah. You can write one if you know the runes of a place. You know the runes of Tavenlock, and you know the runes of Zavion's Tower.
Which is now a block of stone.
It's true. You don't know what will happen if you teleport in there. Possibly. It's like if you spawn inside a stone in a video game. You just. I think of Minecraft or something, like when like sand like starts coming down on top of you or something.
I think burying a bag of holding honestly is not a bad shout.
It's
Like,
pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the strongest person we know currently? Probably Epic, yeah.
Can Cedric, can you make me a history check for me?
I think probably the dragon that we freed, right? That's the strongest.
Yeah.
24?
You got 24?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're kind of rummaging around what you have and everything else, and looking at the horn again, you recognize the description of this horn. This is a very specific horn. I never got you to make a history check before, but I'm going to say it's been processing in the back of your mind. This horn is one of a kind. It's definitely like you look at it again now, and you're 100% sure it's exactly like all the drawings in books and history and all these tales about Heimdall. This is Heimdall's horn, which used to. It rings at a pitch that only he can hear, but he can hear it from anywhere, in the world, and he would give this horn to people sometimes as well if they wanted to contact him. And he would also ring it, and all the other gods or the other Fey Lords and things would also be able to hear it. He would also alert them of intruders and everything else. It rang at a very special pitch that only him and several other people with really keen senses can hear.
Sounds like a powerful ally.
You would know that Heimdall was the gatekeeper for Tyr's Bifrost.
Tyr is the owner of the ring.
It was his ring originally, yeah, and he was the Fey Lord of Jotunheim.
And is Heimdall dead? Do we know?
No one's seen him. You don't know. You're not sure. But this is his horn anyway. It's not a magical item, but it's so beautifully crafted. It's almost magical by the pitch it can. Yes, yeah, exactly. It's this massive, master crafted horn.
Damn.
No other one like it.
He'd probably be hostile if we just like randomly was like, "Yo, dude, come here."
I mean, assuming we did kill the dude who was holding it, and also it calls all other Fey Lords, possibly including Titus and is Craig a Fey Lord? No, he's not.
yeah, he seems to be. He's going around with this title of the Winter King. I don't know how much you guys know about him yet.
Not
In
much.
regards to that, yeah. But
would
that's
be
the
it, yeah.
title he's kind of repping right now. That he is the Winter King, and he's sending these armies everywhere. You know that his army was frozen by Tyr, and is slowly starting to unfreeze.
Remember that.
Okay,
We have Lucy to deal with as well.
Yeah.
so we put a bag of holding into a bag of holding. Blow the
No,
horn,
no,
summon
that was-
all the Paylords, and then they all
Black
get
hole.
sucked into a black hole, and they all die, and then now we're the most powerful beings on the planet.
But also, you are in a black hole.
Yes.
Report to the horde. It's not like a. Not like Ghostly.
That's my name. Yeah.
Okay, we can make this work though. We can definitely fuck around with the ring. Don't we have a fake ring?
You did make one of you made a fake one ages ago.
We have that knocking around.
Hmm.
We can fuck around and figure something else. Something out with that.
Hmm.
But I guess lots to think about for maybe next
Yeah.
time. Cool.
It's a good place to call it, I suppose.
Yeah.
We got a new companion. Just
A
tell
new
me.
companion.
Gonna leave her there to learn how to become a wizard, which is pretty cool.
Learning how to move a rod, not how to
Move a rod, true, yeah. But it is a wizard's tower at the end of the day, I suppose.
She'll-
That's pretty cool. I like that. And you're planning to bring Cyrex to the wrestlers. And it's quite interesting. You're going on this big journey now, and you're leaving behind these people. It'll be interesting to see where they are when you come back.
Yeah,
You
like
come back.
I was like, Diego's like not gonna leave. Bring Cyrex to the Winter King. Like that's a death sentence.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. He's already lost his eye and everything. You don't know what would happen, and you can't. I guess he wouldn't be able to live with that too. Makes sense.
Like Grug can take care of himself. Grug's a big boy.
Yeah, Crow's a fucking tank. He's terrifying. He should actually be here right now. But yeah,
Grug's probably eating porridge.
yeah, he's just eating the rest of it.
Eating porridge.
Yeah. There we go. But cool. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was a good one, yeah.
Didn't expect it to go where it did, but I'm glad it went to all these cool places. So, yeah, nice. Alright, I guess I'll call the stream there anyway. Thank you everyone who's been watching the stream so far. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much. And yeah, cool. Bye.
Damn. Okay.
Adios.
Bye.
Uh,